This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Callum Smith here in Quebec, Canada. Callum, firstly, it's good to see you. It's fight week. How are you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good. Finally, yeah, it's been a long time coming, but now we're here now, 2 days to go and ready to perform and now come world champion again.
2 days to go. The chance to become a two-weight world champion, chance to become a unified light heavyweight champion. When you lost to Canelo, you immediately said you always had that ambition of trying to become a champion in the weight above. How much does Saturday night mean to you?
Yeah, it means everything. It's why I'm still in boxing. It's you need goals to chase, otherwise there's no point at all. And the goal since losing my world title was to get back on top and prove that I'm a genuine world-class fighter and I can do it at another weight division. And I've put myself in the right position and I've been presented with the opportunity to go and take it now. So Saturday night means everything. It's the biggest fight in my career and a chance that I plan on taking.
And obviously we've got Artur Beterbiev. He's somebody who stopped every man he stepped in the ring with. Somebody you'll know well from when he fought Callum Johnson. What do you have to do to get to him first? What do you have to do to break him down?
I've just got to be smart and just pick. Same as my whole career. I feel I'm an intelligent fighter. I'll just come out swinging and I'm not a dancer and mover. I mix a little bit of both. I can punch. I know when to punch, when to move, when to defend well, and even more so in this fight, you've got to be switched on for every second of every round. He's a big puncher. His record speaks for itself, but he's not an opponent I've ever watched and wondered how I beat him. I do see holes in him. I see gaps where he can be hurt, and I plan on taking advantage of them this weekend.
I know you can't give too much away, but what in particular stands out for you in terms of those weaknesses? And if you go back to kind of when you, I imagine, would have helped Callum Johnson a little bit in preparation for Beterbiev, how much of that information do you remember and take on board?
No, just that you watch a fighter and you're both in there, you're both trying to take each other's head off, and he's not the hardest person to hit. I don't think he's going to dance and move around and pitter patter. He's going to come for me and try and take my head off, and I'm prepared for that. I know what I've got to do to withstand that, and I've got to make the most of my moments when I get them as well. So it's a good, exciting fight at the highest level. The smallest differences can be the difference of winning and losing, and that's what fascinates me. That's what excites me at this level. It's the big fights, knowing that I can't afford any mistakes, and I've always felt that brings out the best in my performance. So, fingers crossed, we'll see the best version of me this weekend.
You've had 2 fights at 175 so far, Callum, not to the standard of an Artur Beterbiev. When you look at kind of a jump up in class between those guys and where Beterbiev is, what gives you the confidence that you're prepared enough going into this fight on the back of maybe a year of inactivity?
Just I believe in myself. I believe I can be the best fighter in the world, regardless of who I face. And I've been a big believer in the best version of me beats anyone on the planet, and I still stand by that. I went into the Groves fight off a below-par performance against Nicky Olskin and performed pretty well. I do believe when the chips are down, I can rise to the occasion, and I'll need to do that this weekend, and that's exactly what I plan on doing.
With Beterbiev, there's been a lot of talk about his age, if he's starting to slow down looking at his most recent fights. Do you think that's the situation here when you look at him? Are you starting to see an age taking a toll on him?
Look, I'd be a fool if I get in there banking on it and it doesn't happen. He's looked good so far. His last fight he stopped at the yard, which was a good win. So no, I think at the moment he's not showing any signs of aging, and he may not this fight, but regardless of what version turns up, I've watched him 4 or 5 years ago fight Callum Johnson, and I believe I beat that version of Artur Beterbiev. So I can't bank on him aging overnight. If he does, then it's probably a little bit better for me, but I feel good and I'm ready for the best version of Artur Beterbiev, and I believe the best version of me beats him.
Obviously I have to ask you, we saw it come out yesterday about an atypical finding and an Artur Beterbiev test going back to December last year. What can you tell me about it? What have you seen or heard about it since?
Not a lot, probably not as much as you. They come out an atypical finding in 2 tests. One of urine was, I think, anabolic steroid, one was growth hormone. I'm not too sure, and it's just classed as a atypical finding. It's not a pass, it's not a failed test, it is what it is. I think you can't just, the fight's still happening, and that's the main thing. I'm here to become a world champion regardless of what's gone on. Like I say, I'm not a scientist, I'm a fighter, and as long as I ask, is the fight still going ahead yet, then I'm here to do a job. I'm here to come over here, beat him, take his belts and go back home.
Was the fight ever in jeopardy from your behalf? Was you ever considering not going ahead with it?
No, because I said that as long as it's not a failed test, then the fight still goes ahead, and if that's the case, then it's no point worrying about it or talking about it. It is what it is. So like I said, the minute I said no, the fight's still happening, then I'm fully focused on coming here to do my job, and say that's what I plan on doing. I plan on becoming a 2-division world champion this weekend.
Just a final one from me, Callum. There's obviously a lot of talk about Dmitry Bivol, and apparently he's come out and he has said that he's signed an agreement, agreed a deal to face Artur Beterbiev, but not yourself included in that if he was successful on Saturday night. What can you tell me about that from your perspective?
Absolutely zero. No, I've not spoke about any fight after Beterbiev. I'd be foolish to do that. I'm fully focused on my fight this weekend. I win that, then the world's my oyster. I'm in a very good position. I'm a 3-belt world champion. I'm sure the Bivol fight's a fight that can be made pretty simple. So come through this weekend and we'll decide what's next. But I'm not going to sit and speak about future fights when I've got a huge fight this weekend.
That's a 5-minute warning, so thanks for speaking to me. Good luck on Saturday.
No worries, thank you, mate.